It's a very important two test matches in terms of where we stand as a team. Um Also to look back a little bit, we have never won a series here as well. So that's a big opportunity in itself for us to do well here. We've come pretty close last two times we toured here. Um, but again, we come up to this place with a lot of confidence and trying to achieve that nobody has ever achieved in this part of the world. So yeah, that gives us a lot of excitement, a lot of courage, a lot of encouragement to go out there and do our best. And yeah, honestly, talking about our seamers, they've earned that respect in how they've performed in overseas conditions, not just few years, but the last 5-7 years. In fact, we've done really well in Australia. We did pretty well in England as well last time when we toured there, and even South Africa. Like I said, we came pretty close. Um, we won the Test match in Centurion, but we came pretty close in Joburg and the Cape Town Test match. So yeah, the Seamers actually have pulled their weight in and given the team that the team is always expecting from our Seamers. Shami will be a big miss. Obviously, his experience, what he has done for our team over the years. Obviously, it's a big miss, but someone will come in place of him and try and fill in that role. It's not going to be that easy, but we've got a lot of confidence in the guys who will take his place. As a batter, it's always a challenge to come to South Africa and perform. South Africa, I guess, is the hardest place to play. In terms of batsmen. So I look forward to that challenge. Unfortunately, couldn't be here last time around, but I'm quite looking forward to do whatever is required from my side as a batter to do the job, to do the role, and see where it takes us. At some stage, a lot of us also came to South Africa or England or Australia for the first time, and it was a challenge. And also, it's the same for these guys as well. It's not always too late to start your Test career playing in these type of conditions. At some stage, you have to start your career playing in these kind of conditions. So, speaking to these guys who have not been here before, they are quite excited and they are quite looking forward to the challenge. So, speaking about the conditions, obviously, bowlers dominate here a lot. Obviously, due to the conditions here, the bounce, the lateral movement that the seamers get, and obviously, as the game goes on, it becomes little difficult because the cracks open up a little bit, and then you see invariable bounce throughout the game as the game goes on. So, throughout the 5 days that you play. I can't pinpoint there's one particular day where it's always nice to bat because every day has its own challenge, and that is something that we've experienced whenever we've come here. As the game goes on, it gets tougher and tougher. So, but yeah, I mean, these are the challenges. These are the kind of things that you want to do in your career. Come out and play against quality bowling attack in difficult conditions and get the result for the team. So it'll be nice for all of us to put our hand up and get the job done for the team. But there are ways to do it. We've discussed how we want to do it in the time that we've gotten to speak to each other. We've discussed as to what we want to do and how we want to play. So in terms of prep also, we came here a week back and we had a decent time preparing for the Test match as well. So now it's just about how individuals want to take up that role and how they want to play. It's complete freedom to them as to how they want to play, how they want to go about getting the job done for the team. Every bowler will have a massive role, spinners as well. Sometimes when there is not too much assistance for the spinners, they've got a job to do to make sure they contain, they don't go for a lot of runs. So every time we've come here, the seamers have done the job for us, and the seamers obviously play a second fiddle role, because sometimes when you see the pitch assisting seamers a lot, there are a lot of seam bowling that happens, and the spinners has to they have to do their role, which is probably to contain, or if they get a wicket or two, add that pressure, which is always nice. But yeah, I mean, we've got two experienced spinners in the squad, and they exactly know what is required from them, when they play. So there's not much talking that you need to do in terms of the strategy and planning. Ashwin and Jadeja, they both know exactly what is required whenever they come to bowl, what kind of role they want to play. It's pretty much clear. And then both are quite attacking in terms of how they want to bowl as well. So I'm pretty sure whenever they get a ball in hand, they'll obviously look for wickets. But if not, they know what is plan B for them. I mean, if you had a World Cup until that final, the way we played, you expect to go an inch further as well. But unfortunately, we couldn't do it. That was the hard part for us, all of us, to take that, because honestly, all these years we've worked really hard for this, and then you saw in how we managed to play the first 10 games, and then the finals. Obviously, there are certain things that we didn't do well in the finals, which obviously cost us the game. But up until then, I thought there was not many things that we could point out that we didn't do this right, we didn't do that right. But obviously, when from a loss like that, it is hard. But there's so much happening in life. There's so much cricket happening. You got to find that strength to move on from that. It takes time. It took time for me as well to come out from that. But you got to look forward. You got to look forward. And honestly, I said it as well, that we got a lot of encouragement from the outside world after that finals as well, and that motivated me personally to make sure I get up and start doing my job again. As a batter, I see, I'm batting as well as I could. So yeah, whatever is in front of me, I would look forward to play whatever is in front of me. Every cricketer has to go through some kind of transformation or a different sort of role, in their career. There are hardly few players who've just stuck to one position and played throughout their career in that position. So KL is one of them. I believe, I felt that, the way he kept in the World Cup, it was quite pleasing, and he's been really working hard, and he himself is quite keen to take up that role as well. So, it gives us an option to play a solid batter at 5, 6, 7, whatever that position may be. He's got an experience to play in these conditions. He came here, got 100 last time. Although he opened the innings there, but this time around he'll be in the middle order. But I think, the position that he is batting, in limited overs in one-day cricket, we've seen that he does most of the things right. He bats really well, he understands the game really well, and obviously an experienced player. So he knows exactly what is required at different stages of the game. So, gives us a solid balance there with an experienced player coming in the middle, which is good. But I'm not sure how long he wants to keep. But as of now, he's quite keen to take that role. Yes. देखिए, जब भी आप ऐसे ग्राउंड पे खेलते हो, ऐसे पिचेस पे खेलते हो, जहाँ पे थोड़ा बाउंस है, सीम है, बैट्समैनों को अगर आप पूछोगे तो उनको जहाँ पे बॉल बैट पर आता है वो ज़्यादा पसंद है. व्हेन यू कंपेयर टू अदर कंडीशंस वेयर द बॉल डजंट रियली कम, स्कोरिंग थोड़ा सा डिफ़िकल्ट हो जाता है. बट यहाँ पर अगर आप अपने आप को अप्लाई करोगे अच्छे तरीके से और समझोगे कि कौन से शॉट्स में मुझे रन मिलेंगे, उनके बॉलर्स किस तरीके के बॉल डालते हैं, हाइट है, बॉल कैसे उनका जाता है, और वो सब चीज़ अगर आप एनालाइज करोगे और अपने गेम प्लान में लाओगे तो रन बनाना भी, मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा ईजी हो जाता है, बट आप बना सकते हो रन. हमारे कुछ बैट्समैनों ने लास्ट टाइम जब इधर आए थे उन्होंने दिखाया कि कैसे रन बना सकते हैं. बट हमें ये भी पता है कि जब भी आप बैटिंग करते हो, चाहे आप 100 पे खेल रहे हो या 70-80 पे खेल रहे हो, आपको पता है एक चीज़ ध्यान में रखना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप कभी भी सेट नहीं हो, क्योंकि बॉल कभी भी कुछ ना कुछ करता है यहाँ पर। जैसे हम इंग्लैंड में जाते हम बात करते हैं कि जब धूप है तो अच्छा लगता है बैटिंग करना, सडनली ओवरकास्ट हो जाता है तो बॉल स्विंग होता है। तो यहाँ पर भी कुछ ऐसे ही है। यहाँ पे धूप और ओवरकास्ट का ज़्यादा फ़र्क तो पड़ेगा नहीं, मुझे नहीं लगता, बट बॉल अगर धूप भी रहता है तो भी स्विंग करता है, बाउंस तो होता ही है। तो आई थिंक जो लड़के लोग यहाँ पर खेले, उन लड़कों ने काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस अपना शेयर किया है। जो लड़के यहाँ पर नहीं खेले तो वो दोनों के बीच में काफ़ी बातचीत हुई है। अभी बस ग्राउंड पर जाके बैटिंग करना है, खेलना है, अपने गेम प्लान को समझना है, अपने बैटिंग को समझना है कि आपकी क्या स्ट्रेंथ है, आपकी जो स्ट्रेंथ है आप उसको अप्लाई करो अपने बैटिंग में और रन बनाने की कोशिश करो। बिकॉज इफ़ यू जस्ट लुक टू सर्वाइव हियर, इट इज़ थोड़ा सा डिफ़िकल्ट हो जाता है। आपको रन बनाने के लिए देखना चाहिए हमेशा, यहाँ पर भी लूज़ बॉल मिले आप शॉट खेल लो वैसे। तो यू कांट जस्ट गो देयर एंड थिंक कि मेरे को यहाँ पे सर्वाइव करना है। बट अगर आप दूसरे माइंडसेट से खेलोगे, जहाँ पे आप सोच रहे हो कि मुझे रन भी बनाना है, रन बनाने के लिए देखना है, अच्छे बॉल को हम रिस्पेक्ट करेंगे बट रन बनाने के लिए भी देखना है, तो आई थिंक आप रन भी बना सकते हो। हम इतने साल से आ रहे हैं, हमने सीरीज़ कभी यहाँ पर जीता नहीं है, तो ऑब्वियसली ये बहुत बड़ी बात हो जाएगी अगर हमने सीरीज़ जीता तो। अभी ये मुझे नहीं पता कि वर्ल्ड कप लॉस के ऊपर ये जो विक्ट्री अगर यहाँ पे मिली उसके ऊपर मरहम पट्टी हो सकती है या नहीं, मुझे नहीं पता इसके बारे में, क्योंकि वर्ल्ड कप है। कंपैरिजन ये सीरीज़ और वर्ल्ड कप का करना बहुत मुश्किल है, बट ये एक सीरीज़ अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ी सीरीज़ है, बहुत हिस्ट्री है। अगर हम ये अचीव कर सके तो बहुत अच्छा लगेगा सारे लड़कों को, क्योंकि इतना मेहनत किया, कुछ तो चाहिए यार हम लोग को। इतना मेहनत हम कर रहे हैं तो कुछ बड़ा हमको चाहिए, और सारे लोग डेस्परेट है उस चीज़ के लिए। ऐसा नहीं है कि एक या दो या सीनियर प्लेयर्स ही डेस्परेट है, लड़के हैं जिनको करना है, जिनको ग्लोरी लाना है कंट्री के लिए, देश के लिए और टीम के लिए। तो आई होप कि ये सीरीज़ में हम अच्छा कर सके। हमारे पास सारे टूल्स हैं, तो बिंदास रह के खेलना वो बहुत ज़रूरी है। तो हमारी कोशिश वही रहेगी कि एकदम फ्री होकर खेले और आगे और पीछे का ज़्यादा सोचे नहीं। बस अभी यहाँ पर क्या करना है, इस टेस्ट मैच में क्या करना है, उसके बारे में सोचे। डेस्परेशन क्रिकेट खेलने के लिए सबको है, ठीक है, सबको अच्छा करना है, सबको खेलना है, और जहाँ जैसे मैंने बताया कि मौका मिलेगा, जिधर मौका मिलेगा सबको अच्छा करना है। तो आप, मुझे पता है क्या बोलने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, बट मिलेगा, आपको जवाब मिलेगा उसका। जी देखिए, दोनों में पिक करना बहुत हमारे लिए टफ़ कॉल है ये, क्योंकि हमें देखना ये कि टीम को क्या ज़रूरत है और पिच कैसी खेलने वाली है। लास्ट टाइम हम जब यहाँ पर आए थे, मैंने राहुल भाई से और राहुल दोनों से बात किया कि केएल ने 100 बनाया था, तो उससे बात ये हो रही थी कि विकेट कैसा खेला पहले दिन, दूसरे दिन, तीसरे दिन। तो उन्होंने अपना फीडबैक दिया है, उस फीडबैक को लेकर माइंड में चीज़ें चल रही है कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है। दोनों अलग बॉलर है, मुकेश कुमार और प्रसिद्ध ऑब्वियसली सबको पता ही है, थोड़े लंबे हैं, हिट द डेक वाले बॉलर है, पिच से काफ़ी कुछ एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं। और मुकेश भी जो हमने अभी पिछले 6-8 महीने में उनका देखा है, काफ़ी इम्प्रेसिव लगा है मुझे। तो ये डिपेंड करता है कि विकेट हमारे लिए कैसा खेलेगा और हमें क्या चाहिए, क्योंकि सिराज और बुमराह हमारे पास है, हमें पता है कि उन दोनों से हमें क्या एक्सपेक्ट करना है। अभी ये देखना ज़रूरी है हमारे लिए कि मुकेश और प्रसिद्ध में किस टाइप का बॉलर हमें चाहिए, स्विंग बॉलर चाहिए या सीम बॉलर चाहिए, पीछे डालने वाला बॉलर चाहिए। तो ये इस पे हमारी डिस्कशन हो रही है। अभी तक हमने 75% उस पर हमने डिसीजन बना लिया है, बट और 25% शायद आज हमें विकेट देखना था जाकर, बट वो अनफॉर्चुनेटली मौसम के कारण हमें जाने नहीं मिला। बट शाम को हमारी मीटिंग है, उसमें हम डिस्कस करके कर लेंगे। Yeah, beautiful. I mean, I loved watching them play, loved what they did in the last two test match, one against England and one against Australia. Pretty pretty heartening to see how they are playing their Test cricket, and look good to see that they are so involved in Test cricket. It's not just about white ball cricket. Test cricket, I saw the passion in everyone's face and in their body language after the win. We were watching it in the dressing room here, so it was good to see that people are still wanting to play Test cricket, whether it's